right there. You see the motherfucking lion. You see the lion? See the stronghold? That's my name. That's who I am. Let me see. Yo, listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. Man. If y'all know me and the brother whose song I play, whose song I'm about to play, he knows this thing about me. And the thing he knows about me is I don't like a lot of Israelites' music outside of ISUBK. And before I play the song, it don't really have nothing to do with being or not being in ISUBK. Music is like one of the most subjective things that exists. What does that mean? That means like what I like about a song and I play the song, it's going to be different with someone else's view of a song. That's normal. So for me, when I listen to Israelites rap, a lot of y'all niggas rap like Christian rappers. I'm just telling you out of love. So I like have you thumbed up. So I like brothers that know that they can rap and still just be a man when you rap. Like, rap like a man. Like, you don't want to rap like, oh, God, this is for Yahweh. This is for Abba. This is for the Mashiach. This is for Yasha'al. We don't need them raps. We don't need them. That's not man of war. That's not man of war music. We need that raw Psalms 137, raw Exodus 15:3. Like, we need rap music. Like, we want to hear some shit. So when I don't play your shit, it has nothing to do with you not being in ISUBK. It's just your shit ain't hard enough. Your raps is trash. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Your raps just ain't good to me. Now to somebody else, your raps might be dope to somebody else. And as you come in, hey, just double tap the screen, thumb up the phone. Your raps might be dope to somebody else. This brother right here, this nigga has won me over. The nigga is like the best compliment I can give him. When he talks, right, he reminds me of a New York nigga. He's like the Israelites. What's the nigga? And they from the same damn city. I think they both from New Orleans or Louisiana. What's the J Electronica? You know, like J Electronica don't rap like he from Louisiana. And so the brother I'm talking about is Roe the Chef. So I have on my Spotify, when I play music on my Spotify, I play it like I have my UPK songs, but I also have a Spotify shuffle. So it'll play like random music. So because I have Roe's new album, I have some of his songs in my playlist. This song popped in my playlist, and I had to text that nigga. I said, yo, man, this motherfucking song is fire. So I told him I would play it. So this is the song. Y'all let me know if y'all like the song. Me personally, I think the shit dope. All right, I'm gonna play it.
Cover me, I'm going in. Chef, you back up in the kitchen with another win. Not a bull or a ram that can cover sin. No, you love the 12, I can tell how you cut us in. If you with us, then we gotta win. Trap rock in the chef, then we gotta win. Now it's back to the horror flow. Got the horoscope, but I ain't talking about Taurus, though I'm dumb hot. Bars is like the middle of August, bro. They say chef like the new Jada without.
This shit go hard, yo. I'm sorry. I'm about to bring it back. This shit, Roe, you got a motherfucker like you. This shit right here is fucking fire. I'm bringing it back.
Lord, cover me, I'm going in. Chef, you back up in the kitchen with another win. Not a bull or a ram that can cover sin. No, you love the 12, I can tell how you cut us in. If you with us, then we gotta win. Trap rock in the chef, then we gotta win. Now it's back to the horror flow. Got the horoscope, but I ain't talking about Taurus though.
Nigga hard! Nigga hard!
Like the new Jada without the August though. Used to slap rock like Will, then I repented, now I snipe with the rock and Will. Bodies I give them, then it's back to the top, I chill. I'ma be with them, listen, hide me when I'm rhyming on record. Find me a victim, Islamic or Christian. Put him in front of me, I'ma cut him with barbers precision. You know the road I'm flowing through all the heart.
The nigga is spitting. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody gonna promote your shit better than me. So if you want your shit promoted, just talk to me. And Ro didn't even ask me to promote. I just heard the shit. But ain't nobody gonna, if your shit is fire, I'ma rock with you. This is your music, your clothing, your whatever you selling, anything. This shit go hard. I'm gonna bring it back. Listen, no disrespect to everybody else on the look, who that said it? I'm one. No disrespect to the other brothers on the track, but Ro killed the shit. I'm gonna bring it back one more time, then I'm gonna start the show.
Lord, cover me, I'm going in. Chef, you back up in the kitchen with another win. Not a bull or a ram that could cover sin. No, you let a 12, I could tell how you cut us in. If you with us, then we gotta win. Trap rock in the chef, then we gotta win. Now it's back to the horror flow. Got the horoscope, but I ain't talking about Taurus though. I'm dumb hot. Bars is like the middle of August, bro. They saying chef like the new Jada without the August though. Used to slap rock like Will, then I repented, now I snipe with the rock and Will. Bodies I give them, then it's back to the top, I chill. I'ma be with them, listen, hide me when I'm rhyming on record. Find me a victim, Islamic or Christian. Put him in front of me, I'ma cut him with barbers precision. You know the
That's it. I do the yacht dance to this shit.
They got no covenant with them, no, I uncovered their wisdom. I promise that this Freddy flowed after some of my visions. Blood to the horses, bridle my father's intentions. You know them demons got a pit full of bodies they lynched in. I'm on 10, I cannot forget them. Only headstones in the plot to give them. H-Town chef, keep a rocket with him. No capping, I'm on their waves, it's a new era. Thought the chef wasn't gonna kill him, you should've knew better. True stepper, give me your 5 and I'ma beat the odds. Then I scraped the plate, it was over before I even ate. Lines going over their head, it's not Stephen A. But my first take was a classic, is what the people say. Now I'm right back with a classic to lead the people straight and keep them wake. All of that sleeping got them on demon tape. Call me Big and Small, so I keep the faith. Call me Ray Charles, I don't see a heathen gate. Call me Ray Charles, Chef Carla said I need you on this Freddy flow with me. We gon' make Double F more famous than Fendi. Comprende, down, watch.
All right. Listen, man, that's I'm gonna share this song in the chat real fast. Let me share it. The shit dope. That's a fire ass song, bro. I can't front. That's a fire ass song, bro. Let me put this in the chat. This is the link to the song. That link I just put in the chat, that's the link to the song. That shit go hard. Shout out to Roe the chef, man. I want to show you something too. So if you haven't noticed, on my I just crossed the shout out. Look at Bezos. She was smart. I ain't gonna say nothing. Shout out to Bezos with the super chat donation for the 40K. I just crossed the 40K threshold. I was actually just about to talk about that, Bezos. But again, shout out to Bezos. She says, congratulations, 40K out of line with your big forehead. Shout out to you. I want to, so like, I did just cross 40K. So I'm at 40,006 subscribers. And I want to show y'all, like, so I'm going to go to my analytics for a second, right? So let me see. If I go to subscribers, I don't know if y'all be able to see this, right? But I want to show y'all the consistency that it took to get this. So if I go to 2024, so I'm going to show y'all, if y'all can see this on the screen, right? So there's a YouTube analytics app, right? And on the YouTube analytics app, you're able to see your subscribers. For 2024, I got up to 13,000 subscribers. That's 2024. Let me see. How do I put this? How can I make sure? I don't know if y'all can see that there. Can y'all see that? It's over here. Okay. So y'all see that number there? It says 13,000 subscribers in 2024. In 2025, it's 20,000 subscribers. So this year, and the year's not even over yet, I've gained 20,000 subscribers in this year. So I want to shout out to everybody that has subscribed. I have not paid for any subscribers. I have not bought any subscribers. I just consistently have just tried to work. You know, yeah, I do the Car Chronicles. I try to put out content. I look at my channel. If y'all notice, I put up a live stream. I put up 2 old videos. I'm about to put up some more old videos too, because damn near like Captain Tazaryach TV is just that. It's a place where you can come and you can get up-to-date content, and then you can get old content, because there's debates that I've done, battles that I've done. Like I put up the one with Imam Bashir. I put up the one with what's the other one? I did Imam Bashir, and I did hold on, let me come over here. I did Imam Bashir and the Nuwabian one. So today I'm gonna put up the one where I battled Shaka on the street, and where I battled this effeminate Christian on the street. I'm gonna put those up. How the heck do you buy subscribers? That's the thing. Yeah. Listen, you can buy, hold on a second. You can buy subscribers, you can buy views, you can buy likes. There's nothing you can't buy on YouTube, social media. And so the way you know if you buy subscribers or views is you have to look at the comments. Now, what I mean by the comments, like my live streams, for example, sometimes they could be as high as 20,000 for a live stream, as low as 3,000 for a live stream. And when you look at the comments, you might say he paid for the lives. But when you go to the live stream, that's when you can tell. So a lot of live streams that I do, the comments are in the live. They're not in the afterwards. And sometimes they are, but it's not a lot. So you really got to look at if they have a lot of comments live. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Who's this?
Hey, this Enoch Cap.
What you talking about today, man? Yeah, what you talking about today, man?
Man, I just wanted to ask you. Hey, so okay, so how long did the apostles walk with Christ?
It doesn't say specifically how long.
It don't. Okay.
No, it just say when Christ, I think, became about 30 years. I think in Luke, the 3rd chapter, it talks about Christ started doing the work at about 30 years. That doesn't mean that he didn't know them before those 30 years.
Right. Well, I wouldn't know about that, because it say maybe he picked them after that. So you saying he probably knew them even before he picked them?
I'm not saying he did or didn't. I don't think he knew all of them, but
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say, because when it says in Luke 3, when it says in Christ, Yahushua himself began to be about 30 years of age, and then it run down his lineage. It doesn't say what he was doing at the 30 years of age. It's just saying this is how old he was when they wrote his lineage down.
Okay, yeah. So most scholars would suspect about 3 years. You know, if you really can't pinpoint if he knew him or not. So they would say about 3 years, from 30 to 33.
3 years of what?
Walking with the apostles. Say about 30 years old when he met him, and 33 when he supposedly left this earth. So they'll be about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So okay. So in that 3 years, we know that he was conversating with them, right, and teaching them, correct?
Right.
So here's the issue I'm having, right? So with Paul's vision, how can Paul be taught things that it took, the apostles 3 years to learn? Like, how did that happen? Like, did Christ teach them everything in that vision? Like, how did he just up and know everything from one vision, and the apostles walking him for 3 years?
How long was the vision? How long did he speak to Christ?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know, that's how can you get everything in one vision? Like, we know that all of us can dream.
Well, when you say one vision, like when John had the vision of Revelations, that ends up being 20 something chapters. Right?
Right.
That's a vision.
So-called. Yeah.
Okay. if you don't believe in Revelations, if you don't believe in the Bible, that's gonna be your struggle. And that's what it sounds like. You just said so-called. So you question John too then.
No, because me and you both know that
Ain't no
Revelation was
me and
what.
you both know. I don't know what you know. And you don't know
Now,
what.
remember, we both agreed on a while ago that Revelations was highly questionable. You know what I'm saying? And one, considered doctrine.
I never said it wasn't questionable. What I said was that all of the letters or all of the scriptures were written before the first century. They just hadn't been delivered to everyone at the same time. If John is in prison when he gets that revelation, it's not distributed to everybody, but it's complete. So when they get it, they're just verifying it. I don't mean questionable like, is this this ain't the word of the Lord, but questionable like making sure it's the word of the Lord.
Right. Agreed. That's
No
what I'm
problem.
saying.
So my point is, when John got that revelation, does it say how many days there was?
Nah, but John knew Christ, didn't he?
Yeah, John did. But also too, when Paul got the vision, he was also blinded. So everything wasn't complete. It doesn't say he just got zapped with the information. As it's getting revealed to him, he was then blinded, and then it took Ananias, who was also met by Christ, who was sent to Paul to take that blindness off of him. So we would have to look at how long that is. I'm still not right. Good, I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, we can agree with that. All right, so my last question is this, right? So, can you, is there you got your scripture on you? Is there a way you can go to Acts chapter 14, verse 11?
You can read it.
Okay, cool. I'll read it. All right.
You said Acts 14 and 11?
Yeah, Acts chapter 14, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should be it. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. It says, okay, here we go. It says, when the crowd saw what Paul had done, they raised up their voices in the local language, saying, the gods have taken on the likeness of human beings and have descended to us. So here's the issue I'm having, Aki. I'm trying to get y'all to realize. You don't find it strange that these same Greeks and Romans believe in so-called human deities coming down to us, just like the Christians and y'all do believe that Jesus is going to come back from the clouds and come down with mankind. Like this is the same reflection of that is Greco-Roman theology. It's like Zeus and all that all over again. So
no, it's
Acts
not.
14 and 11.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What did Paul and them do?
Huh?
What did Paul and them do?
I have no idea. I was just saying, like, I know.
So all you did was just read Acts 14 and 11. You didn't bother researching what they did.
No, I know. No. I'm just saying, like,
what did they do? What did they do?
Huh?
What did
Paul? What did they do?
Yeah, what did Paul do?
You talking about
you got me at Acts 14 and 11. When the people say what Paul had done, what did Paul do?
He just said, I'm speaking to you in the name of the Lord Jesus the Messiah. Stand up on your feet. He had, I guess, committed a miracle.
He healed somebody, right?
Right.
And that's how scarce it was. That's how messed up it was, where performing a miracle of healing somebody would make you think that this is a God. Because nobody...
Yeah, I know that.
Man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. So you're making it seem like we're waiting for somebody to come out of the sky. But Paul did that on earth in the flesh. Did he come out of the sky?
No, I'm not saying that, Aki.
I'm saying is... Here's what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is make what the Greeks believe be what the Israelites believe. And we don't believe what the Greeks believe. We don't believe that because somebody performs a miracle, that means that person came from Zeus or some stupid shit like that. You just said we waiting for Christ to come down. That's what you just said.
So what I'm saying is this: if the Greeks, okay, we know Greeks believe in Zeus and all these guys, and they believe that gods come down to people. It's also the same.
That's not what we believe.
So y'all don't believe Jesus is coming back?
believe in Christ. Isn't David coming back? Don't the Bible say David is coming back in the Old Testament?
No human being is coming back.
Does the Bible say that David is coming back?
Until that happens, it's a rumor.
This is when you a dishonest ass nigga.
How?
Does the Bible say that David is coming back?
I said until it happens, it's a
I didn't
rumor.
ask you that. I asked you. Thank you. So now when you say those that believe in Christ and Christ coming back, that's what the entire Bible is about. The Bible says, the Old Testament says David. We say Christ because Christ is from the house of David. And so you'll read it like that. So when you make it seem like that's a New Testament concept or that's a Greek concept, you are ignorant to the Bible. And you didn't even want to be honest, because when I asked you, does it say that about David? You said until it happens, it's a rumor. We're not talking about it happening. We're talking about if we can read it. And we can read. Ain't no thing. Can we read in Jeremiah? I think it's in Jeremiah or Ezekiel, and I'm going to find it. Can we read that David is coming back?
Yeah, we can read that.
Is that a flesh and blood man?
Correct. That's a flesh and blood man.
So what's the difference between believing David is coming back and then those of us that believe in the New Testament knowing that means, that Christ is coming back? What's the difference?
There is no difference. The difference.
Then what is your point?
Okay, so this is my point. Neo-Babylonian, Neo-Assyrian, all these religions all believed in gods coming down from the heavens. What's the difference between your Jesus coming from the heavens?
Well, okay, once again, when we talk about, I'm just trying to find the scripture. When we talk, what you're talking about, the difference would be, is Jesus God?
No, he's not.
That's the difference.
Right, but you still have a human being coming from the clouds.
Okay, the Bible. No, I don't have a human being doing shit. The scriptures say it.
So that don't go against the laws of physics. That don't go against Did
Elijah get taken up in the clouds?
That's what the books say.
Nigga, listen, I can't even talk to you. I'm gonna tell you something. We're not gonna have a conversation no more. Think about I'm gonna tell you why. You called to have a conversation about Acts 14 and 11, about Paul and them performing a miracle. And because the Greeks and Romans believed that it was Zeus, and they believed that these are deities, that then makes the New Testament questionable. Because we believe that Christ is coming back, and that's supposed to be against the laws of physics. So then I said to you, does not the Old Testament say that David is coming back? You didn't want to say it. You said until it happens, that's a rumor. But you didn't want to acknowledge that we read the same thing about David. Then when you brought up the laws of physics, I asked you, did Elijah get taken up? And you said, that's what it says. So you either believe it or you don't, because I didn't write that. But I can read that Elijah got taken up in the chariots or taken up in the clouds. So if a man can be taken up in the clouds, a man can come down from the clouds, right?
No, not at all.
I can't talk to niggas like that. It would be better off with him saying that I just don't believe in the Bible. That's what he should say. He should say, I don't believe in the Bible. And I'm trying to find, hold on, caller, 1 second. You go to Ezekiel 37 and 24. It says, and David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall have one servant. Doesn't say, it says David. Then it says, and the Lord, Ezekiel 34 and 23, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. Now, for those of us that believe in the New Testament, we know that that's talking about Yahushua. That's why Luke 1 and 32 says, he shall sit on the throne of his father David. So the reason why it's always David is because as long as that king of Israel is from the house of David, that's David sitting on the throne. Very easy to understand. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
DeAndre call from California.
What's going on? You got a question or comment, brother?
Yeah, so I just wanted to see on Genesis, um, when do you think that they're talk that the beginning and the end is Jesus, or is it God, like the Most
What?
High
You gotta
God?
give me the verse you're talking about.
In the first verse, beginning and the end, because it
In
says in
Genesis,
Revelations.
wait.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
talk about Genesis 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So I don't see the mention of end there.
Okay. Okay. Alpha and Omega. I guess I would.
That's not in Genesis though. That's in Revelations.
Oh, it's not in. I thought God said that he was like the beginning and the end, or Alpha and Omega.
That's in Revelations. That what I'm trying to explain to you. What you're
Okay.
talking about is in Revelations. In Genesis 1, it just says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. What you're talking about with the Alpha and Omega, that's in
Hmm.
Revelations that you're talking about. That's
Okay.
Revelations 1 and 8, when it says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, which was, and was to come, the Almighty. That's what you're talking about.
And when it says like I'm the beginning and the end,
Hmm.
do you is it that's Jesus, right?
That's not
Referring to
Christ.
himself.
No. That's Christ
Oh.
quoting the Most High. When it says, I am Alpha. So I'm gonna read Revelations 1 and 2. All right.
Oh.
Revelations 1
Okay.
said, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. So who's giving Christ the revelation?
Mm.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. The revelation of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which God gave unto him. So
Okay.
who gave the revelation to
God.
him?
God.
So the Father gave the revelation to him, right? So
Yeah.
everything that he's going to say is what God gave to him to say to John. You with me?
Okay. 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 I got it. Because I was gonna ask you, uh, when when Moses met, when the Lord came to Moses, I was gonna ask you if that was the Most High God or Jesus, because he made himself into an actual being that you could see, and Moses
They
seen the
don't say
back
that.
of.
No. It didn't make him a being. Well, the Father has a solid form. He's not a man like you and I, but it
Mm,
does say he sit on a throne. He has to have a body if he's sitting on a throne. So that's not Christ either.
mm.
In Daniel's the 7th chapter, it says the Ancient of Days had woolly hair and did sit. Are you familiar with that?
No, no, no.
I think it's Daniel 7 and 9. Let me make sure. Yeah. Daniel 7 and 9, it says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow. Now he got clothes on, and his hair as a head like the pure wool. So he has hair. If he got a garment on, that means he has a body, right?
Hmm.
So now, that's not Christ showing him a backside. Because if we couldn't see Christ, if Moses couldn't see Christ, then we wouldn't have been able to see Christ. That would be a contradiction. You're not seeing the Father. He's seeing the backside of the Father, or seeing the glory of the Father, is what he saw.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll drop it heavy on you.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
And the beginning and the ending, just so everybody can understand, the Father has no beginning or ending. When it says the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, everything starts with the Most High, it ends with the Most High. That's what that means. It's not talking about, like, you always got to remember, if the context is about him having a beginning or ending, then that's a conversation. But the context is about the revelations being revealed. And these revelations begin and end with the Most High. It ain't talking about
And
him. It's not talking about him having a start or an ending, because there is no ending to the Most High.
right, yeah, that would make sense. That would make
Right.
sense. And uh, in the scriptures, it says that in the beginning was the Word, and I'm from my understanding, the Word would be
Christ.
Christ.
That's correct.
So in the beginning was the Word.
Mm-hmm.
Is that that's so my ultimately my question is like when Christ uh as far as the scriptures go,
Right.
when was Christ actually like when did he come into play? Like
In the
did he come
beginning,
into play in the
he came into play. So as the flesh and blood man that people say Jesus Christ, we would say Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
Mhm.
And just a sidebar, I'll say Christ all day because that's what people know. Like people know Jesus, people know Christ. I don't personally like saying Jesus, so I'll just say Christ. If I'm amongst my brothers, I'll say, or when I'm teaching class, like yesterday when I was teaching class and somebody said Jesus Christ, you hear me say, we say Yahweh Shai in here, because that's how we do
Yep.
amongst there. But when I'm on YouTube, you're gonna always see me say Christ or Jesus, because there's always new people listening, and if you just Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, they won't know.
They won't know.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
So when it
sense.
says in the beginning was the Word, the man that we would know as Christ was in the beginning. That's the first creation of the Most High, the firstborn of the creation of the Most High. Then from him,
Hmm.
you have the angels, and then they will begin to do the work that God would say get done.
Mm. Okay, okay. And so Hamashiach came like in a physical being.
As
He
right.
came in the New Testament. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's when his part plays.
Right. Well, he
Like
was
that's
Melchizedek
okay.
too. There's other instances of Christ, but as far as like being like some people try to say he was the angel of the Lord, you can't teach that. The scriptures say angel of the Lord, and any angel can be the angel of the Lord. Any angel
Hmm.
represents the Most High. So you can't now make every time you see an angel of the Lord, now that's Yahweh Shai. You can't do that. And
Yeah,
so we
no,
don't, yeah,
no,
so we
no, that
don't do
wouldn't
that.
make.
And that's where you eventually
Yeah.
will come to one or two things. You're either gonna say Christ was God in the Old Testament, like IUIC does, or you're gonna say Christ didn't pre-exist because you can't resolve it. Because what happens a lot of time, the struggle that Israelites have, Christians don't have this struggle. The struggles that Israelites have, and they have to come to the conclusion of Christ didn't pre-exist, is they can't handle dealing with Trinitarians, they can't handle dealing with Unitarians or modalists. And because they try to battle them the scholarly way, they end up just saying, well, Christ didn't pre-exist, so they can just argue from the position of Christ only existed in the New Testament. So now I don't have to listen to none of your Old Testament arguments, so I could dismiss that. And it's just as
Mm.
simple as just say Christ did pre-exist and he's not God at the same time.
Right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, because I was thinking I was like, okay, well, when Moses met I am in I believe it was Deuteronomy or Exodus. I was wondering. I was like, okay, is he talking to the Most High, or is he talking to Christ? Like, who's playing the part as? Because God in the Bible it refers to Lord or say God, and then it'll say Most High. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times it's like, okay, you got to decipher who are they referring to at this
Yeah,
moment
but
right now.
here's how you simplify it. Here's how you start.
Hmm.
The Most High has never been on this planet.
Mm,
So
mm,
when you see the Lord, just start there. So I always use this example because it's the ugliest, it's the ugliest example, but it's the best
mm,
example. And I think I just said this the other day in First Chronicles when it says, "And Satan stood up against Israel to provoke David to number the children of Israel." You familiar with that verse?
no.
Okay, so in First Chronicles 21:1, it
Mm,
says, "And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel." Right?
mm,
And then when you go to Second Samuel 24:1, it says, "And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to go number Israel and Judah. So you have two accounts, same story. One is coming from the position of saying Satan did it. One is coming from the position of saying the Lord did it. So I'm gonna ask you, who did it?
The Lord did it.
Through Satan, through the agency. And that right there is how everything works with the Most High. Did the Lord?
Oh, okay.
Did the Lord part the Red Sea?
Yep.
Did Moses part the Red Sea?
Oh, did Moses part the Red Sea? No.
Yes, he did.
Well, he did.
Yes, he did.
But he was through the authority of the Most High, though.
That's right.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And you also said, you was like, okay, the Most High never came down to earth. So you see why I would think that, like how I'm like, okay, well, Moses seemed like a physical being, and you know what I mean, like.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I see how.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it says also like he covered his eyes or something like that, because no man could see him, and not die. So he covered his eyes.
He didn't cover his eyes, nigga. You talk about what Moses and the Most High. He just saw the glory of the Most High. He saw the Most High's backside. He just saw the glory. That's it. It's like, imagine. So it's like
he created the whole thing. Remember, like he created a whole tent though and everything. He's like, okay, he like.
Say it one more time.
I believe he created like a whole tent and everything. It was like,
who created a whole tent?
Moses. So in order to, like, I guess, schedule a time when he could see the Most High, and the Most High said,
let me see if I can find this verse.
But I have to turn my back because no man can look at my face and not.
I'm gonna see if I can find it for you. It says, "No man can see me." Right. And the Lord said, "Behold, there is a place by me, and thou shalt stand upon the rock. And it should come to pass, while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away mine hand, and thou shalt see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen." That's what the text says.
Yeah.
You understand?
So you saying the glory? I mean, you talking about like.
That's what the text say. The glory, meaning like. The reason why you can't see him and live is because of how powerful he looks, his presence. And when you go to the vision of you ever see in Revelations when you got when you see him on his throne and you got the angels screaming, you got the beast screaming his name. That's to show his power. So in his power, you can't look at him in his power. So he's seeing his glory, meaning like seeing his glow as he walks by. But he can't see his face.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I got you.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have, brother. Thank you.
No sweat.
Man.
No problem.
All
right. Being that we're on the subject of Daniel, the first thing I have is, are there two Most Highs? But I just want to make a statement to my moderator, Mika. Mika, you are on Captain Tazaryach TV. You are not on Garfield's channel. You are not on anybody else's channel. On this channel, we believe in the Bible. On this channel, we believe Christ performed every miracle that he did. If you, as a moderator on my platform, decide to challenge anything that I teach, stand for, and believe, you have every right to do so. But you cannot have a wrench. So I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to yell. But if you decide to comment further, anything opposite of what is known for me to believe, you have every right to do so, but you cannot be a moderator on my channel ever again. So it's up to you what you decide to do. If you decide to type something contrary to what I believe, again, those are the consequences. And everybody knows you can type whatever you want. But I don't have any other moderator on my channel that does what you do. You're the only one that's a moderator on my channel that will say something against what I believe. And you can. You just can't have a wrench on my channel. Because what that tells the people on my channel is that Cap doesn't have control of his own moderators. And on this joint, I'm in charge. I'm in charge on this channel. And I will show you who's the god of Captain Tazaryach TV. So you make a choice going forward. I'm not giving a warning. I'm not even going to say nothing if I take your wrench away. I'm just going to do it. And that's perpetuity on both sides. So I don't want to see another comment like that. And if I take that wrench away, there will be no getting it back. And if you leave, then so be it. But I'm tired of your shit. On the subject of Daniel's, right? So y'all see in the title, it says, in the title, it says, that's a fire ass song. Hold up. Two Most Highs in Daniel. So recently I was on this TikTok podcast. I was on this TikTok live, and on the TikTok live, they was God Logic. I didn't know it was God Logic on the live. So I'm hopping on this live with these brothers and they debating the cat. And so when I get in there, now I don't know it's God Logic, but he's saying, man, y'all might want Cap to deal with this. And so as they saying it, I don't like what I know about, because I have a reputation. If I hop in a room, when people ask for me, I know the people that run in the room might feel some kind of way. And so because, like, some kind of way if I'm immediately put to the forefront. So I didn't want to take that position. So when I found out that it's Logic, I'm laughing at him and stuff like that. So he ends up leaving. So the brothers asked me, how would you deal with two Most Highs? And I'm saying to myself, like, there isn't two Most Highs. And so this is the verse that they go to. So the verse that they go to is the book of Daniel. I'm going to use Bible Hub. So they go to the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 7. I think it's verse 25. Oh, let me go. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. Right? And in Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand into a times and a time and dividing the time. Shout out to Solomon McFadden with the super chat donation. Appreciate that greatly. All right. And so now when you click that in the King James Version, right? And we're going to go to the Hebrew. When you go to the Hebrew of that, when it says, oh, I went to the wrong verse, my bad. Let me go to Daniel 7 and 25. So it says, and the words against the Most High. Now, when you look at that word Most High, the first time it's used, it's just Ila'ah for the Most High. When you go to the second usage of the word, it's El Yanawin, El Yon, right? But what the Christians that are trying to say that it's two Most Highs, let me see, I'm a screenshot. Oh, I can't make it big. So I want y'all to look at this, right? So when y'all look at that word there, you see, let me make sure it's the right. I want to get y'all focused right on this word. So we talk, wait, let me make sure. So we're focusing on this word right here. This word right here. See, I said El Yo Wa Neen. I'm going to say it how they say it. That Neen at the end makes them believe that it's two Most Highs, because when you look at the Hebrew there, it's an extra yum at the end. So because there's an extra yum at the end, they see, that's two Most Highs. So Christ is the Most High. The Father is the Most High. So the brothers was like, how do you combat that? Because when you look at it, it is in Hebrew. It has the extra yum at the end. And so to show y'all the difference, if I go to Psalms, and this is what I went to with them. If you go to Psalms 83, and this is what I did with them. And this is a good lesson for y'all if y'all battle these Christians and go through this. So if you go to Psalms 83 in the last verse, Psalms 83 and 18, it says that thou whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So now if you look at this, it doesn't have that additional yum at the end. So because it doesn't have that additional yum at the end, they'll tell you that's different. That is one most high there, but in Daniel, there's two most highs. This is so easy to break down. So what I'm going to do, and maybe I'll put this link in the chat. So what I did was, now here's what I'm going to tell you what the answer is outright. This is what I told them. I said it's grammar. So when you read Daniel 7 and 25, right? So we go back to Daniel 7 and 25. Daniel 7 and 25 says, he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and laws. So the reason why that Most High in Daniel 7 and 25 has the extra yum at the end is because it's the saints of the Most High. So because it's the saints of the Most High, the plural is because the saints belong to the Most High. Has nothing to do with making it two Most Highs. Like Tyree said, that's a horrible breakdown. But they will go out there and teach that. So when you're reading it from a grammatical standpoint in Hebraic form, that's why that's there. That's the only reason that's there. There is no other reason that's there. So to make sure I was right, I said, well, let me go to Chat GPT, see what Chat GPT says about this. So I'm gonna show y'all what Chat GPT broke down. Where's my Chat GPT at? Let me go to my history. So what I did was I went to Chat GPT and I put that word. Let me see. I can't make it bigger. So I put those Hebrew letters in there. And it says the Hebrew word Elyonin is the plural form of Elyon, which means most high, exalted, or supreme. Meaning and usage. It is often used in the Hebrew Bible as a title for God, El Elyon, meaning God, God most high. The plural form, this is important, and this is where they'll try to trip you up. It says the plural form, Elyonin, appears in biblical Aramaic such as Daniel 7:18, 22, 25, 27, where it means the Most High ones or the holy ones of the Most High. Example, Daniel 7 and 18, but the saints of the Most High shall receive the kingdom. Caller, hold on a second. But the saints of the Most High shall receive the kingdom. Here it refers to those belonging to or associated with the Most High, i.e. God's people. Daniel 7 and 25, he shall speak words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. The plural doesn't mean there are multiple Most Highs, but rather expresses majesty or relation to the divine. Then I asked, does it ever mean two people? No, it doesn't mean two people. The plural here is either grammatical, a plural of majesty or abstraction, or it refers to those belonging to the Most High, not multiple gods. It's just how Hebrew is written. Stop letting Christians think these niggas is smart. And this is why I hate you hermeneutic niggas, you eisegete niggas, you exegete, and every other jeet and nicks, and you're lunatic, nigga. You're not hermeneutic, you're a lunatic. You're a lunatic to think that there's two Most Highs when one verse says that thou whose name alone art the Most High, and then you're going to tell me it's two Most Highs. You know how disrespectful that is to the Most High? My favorite scriptures. God, Christ said, I'm glad he kept this from the wise and prudent and gave it unto babes. I'm just a babe. I'm only 17 years old. I'm only 17. I'll be 18 next year. Speaking of being 18 next year, Passover will be in Houston, Texas next year. Commander General Hunter scoped out the area, and they chose Houston, Texas for the Passover next year. But I hate you smart, dumb niggas. I'm dumb smart, though. And if you from up north, you know the difference. Up north, if you smart dumb, you's a dumbass nigga. If you dumb smart, you's a smart ass nigga. And I'm dumb smart. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Shalom, brother. My name is Isaiah. I'm calling from Savannah. We've spoken before.
Okay, you got a question or comment?
Yes. I just want to preface this by saying, I know how this is going to sound. I don't believe salvation is for all. I just have a question I never really quite got answered before about that.
No
that
problem.
a Christian challenged me on.
Okay.
And one, in the same vein, this is my personal question.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I was coming in this truth, I got pulled away from the Christian church. All praises to Yahweh for that.
Most High, Christ.
And my so-called friend at the time, he was an Elamite, and
You said
he
Elam?
asked,
You said Elam?
yes,
Okay, good.
Elam,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the church was. And that's kind of started my questions, like how are these people worshiping together? But what about my people?
Hold
Who
on
will we be?
hold on 1 second. Shout out to Roe. Roe, remember you said that shit. Remember you said that, Ro. Hey, Ro, I'm gonna be in Houston next week. I don't know if you live in Houston or not, but I'm gonna be in Houston next week. But go ahead, brother. So you at the Elamite church. Hey, did it stink when you was in there?
Honestly, yeah, it did. But listen, he asked,
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Shalom, little Christ. Hey, I was thinking about renting a car down in when I get to Texas. When you getting there? This Thursday? Okay, I'm gonna probably be down there. I'll text you when I'm there, but I'm probably gonna rent a car so we can move around. All right, no sweat. All right, Shalom, no Christ. All right, so you said it would smell like all to be damned in that church, huh?
Yeah, it smelled like curry. I like
Damn.
eating my food, but
Damn.
it got a certain smell to it.
Yeah, I bet it do. They don't use no deodorant and shit like that, right?
You're right. But he asked a certain question.
Good, I'm listening,
But
brother. I'm listening. What's the question?
he asked a certain question that I never really got an answer to quite yet. And he said, if what y'all saying is true and salvation isn't for all, then how do you deal with the fact that Christ promised the man next to him on the cross the kingdom, that he would be able to get into the kingdom?
That was an Israelite.
How do we? I figured as much, but how do we prove that?
Because he gave him salvation.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
Just that simple.
It's just that simple. Because you can see where Christ wouldn't offer salvation to non-Israelites. That white woman, he told that white woman, I'm only sent for Israel. He told the woman at the well, salvation is only for the Jews. So when there was a non-Israelite, he was very specific about them not giving them anything. So the one on the cross is an Israelite because he brought him to paradise.
And my other question was also about salvation being for all. Again, I don't have any issue with that. Just I've always had a question about.
And you don't have to preface. And here's what I'm gonna help you out. You don't have to preface that, because here's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're saying you ain't got an issue. You just want to get understanding so you can strengthen your position.
I know you probably exactly, because I know you probably get calls all day long trying to challenge you on that.
Right. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. You would have to be trying to challenge me for me to feel like you challenging me. And that's not what you're doing.
Right.
You just asking questions. Right. So go ahead and ask the question. So you want to know about the Israelites in Nineveh. Those are Israelites. Second Kings 14:25. I was all the way off. It says, he restored the coast of Israel from the entering of Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord. Hopefully he calls back. Oh, I froze for a second. Okay. All right, I'm back. Hey, tell me what y'all missed, man. My bad. I didn't know I froze. Did somebody try to call my phone? Let me put my phone on D&D. I put my phone on D&D. Somebody must have tried to call me, so I apologize. So it was 2 Kings 14 and 25.
Okay.
All right. So in 2 Kings 14 and 25, he says, he restored the coast of Israel from the entering of Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord God of Israel, which he spake by the hand of his servant Jonah, the son of Amittai the prophet, which was of Gath Hepher. You see how it says he restored the coast of Israel? Who would he have restored it to?
Yes. Come on.
Who would he have?
No
sweat. I'm just asking you, who would he have restored it to?
I mean, it would
To
have
Israel.
to be Israel, because it says the border of Israel.
That's right. That's right. You understand? Hold on one second.
Yes, I just.
Hold on 1 second. Understand? Hold on 1 second. Yes, I just. Hold on 1 second. No, y'all might have to refresh. For those that say it's going in and out, you just might have to refresh. So you understand now?
Yes, I understand. I couldn't find it in the book of Jonah before, and that's actually really helpful.
No, definitely, I got you covered, brother.
The water, brother. I'm gonna let you deal with some other brothers now.
Come on, no sweat. All right, sure. Sorry about that. So I got that Daniel out the way, right? So the next one I want to do. So on there, okay, why call women queens? Now y'all know tonight gonna be live with my good brother Tom. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Chuck Lou, Los Angeles.
You got a question or comment?
Hey, yeah, I got a question. Hey, what do you say to those who believe in marriage spiritually, but don't agree with the man-made rules that come with marriage? You know, as far as like spousal support, just the man-made rules.
They believe when you say they believe in marriage spiritually. What do you mean, like?
I mean, they believe in the sanctity of marriage, as far as religiously or whatever. They believe in the union between the man and the woman, but they don't believe, and they don't want to abide by, or they have to abide by the man-made rules.
What's the?
I don't know.
When you say man-made rules, what you talking about?
I mean, as far as like, if you got a divorce or something, and now I've seen people go bankrupt just paying spousal support, and stuff like that. I don't know if that's in the Bible anywhere.
No, okay. So are you just? I'm gonna try to say what I think you're saying. What you're saying is, you have people that believe in marriage according to the Bible, but what if they don't want to be married according to what the government says?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't ever have to get married according to what the government says.
I mean, because I know when you get married, I know you got to sign. It's a contract, really.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. It's a government. It's a government contract, totally controlled by the government. So when you divorce, you don't decide. If you get that paper marriage, you don't decide by what you believe. The court decides. So that woman, you could have taken care of that woman, and now that you're breaking up, you shouldn't have to take care of her anymore because you're broken up. You could be taking care of the man, and now that you're broken up, you shouldn't have to take care of that man. The Bible, there's no provision. The Bible says, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. A woman leave me, I'm not doing anything. If a man leaves a woman, she don't have to do anything. But if you get that paper marriage, and that woman knows you've been taking care of her, and she wants to leave you, but she wants your money, she can go to that judge and say, well, he created this way of life that I just been used to, so I need this support because I can't afford that myself, so I need this much. And then you're going to say, Well, she shouldn't get this much because she's not married. The judge is gonna say, okay, if you was taking care of her at $5,000 a month, now you got to pay spousal support of $3,000. Now you paying $3,000 a month for a woman that ain't even yours, but the judge decided that for you.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. What if I don't want? What if I
You don't.
want
I'm saying you. I'm telling you from the Most High, you do not have to get a paper marriage.
to? Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. You do not.
Okay.
Because it's not unlawful if by America's standard, by your standards, that's your wife. By American standards, that's your girlfriend. And neither one of them, and that's not illegal. Is now the day that you would have to get a paper marriage is the day, or come back, excuse me, the day we would have to have another conversation is if they say that it's illegal to have a girlfriend. It's illegal to have sex. Then come have a conversation with us. But it's not illegal to have sex. It's not illegal to have a girlfriend. It's not illegal for a woman to have a boyfriend. So you do not have to get a contract. You can create your own contract if you wanted to. Shout out to MB with the super chat donation. Appreciate it greatly. You can create your own contract. When it comes,
Yeah, see, that's my thing.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Hold
on 1 second. Caller, hold on. Go ahead, brother. You said that's your thing?
Yeah, my baby mama, she been wanting to get married for a while, but I told her me and contracts don't get along.
Are y'all together?
Are
y'all together?
Yeah.
Y'all having sex?
Yeah.
You should stop calling her your baby mama. That's your woman.
Oh, yeah, man.
Maybe that'll help. Maybe treat her like a wife, and she won't ask you to marry her like a white, like an American wife.
Oh no, that's a wrap.
You're not gonna treat her like a wife.
No, I'm talking about as far as her wanting that paper.
But all right, no. What I'm saying is, if you go around calling her your baby mama, if you go around calling her your girlfriend, she's gonna want. The reason why she wants that piece of paper is because she believes that's how she'll be called a wife. That's how she'll be taken more seriously. So you can't tell her, I'm not gonna get this paper, but you my baby mama. If you saying that,
no.
Right, you gotta treat. That's your wife. That's your wife. So what is she to you?
That's my wife.
That's what you want to start saying. That's your wife. And you call her, hey. I mean, what y'all say out there? Wifey, wife, rib. Call her you got to listen, man. One thing, listen, you got to finesse these women, man.
Hey, look, I'm already. Look, I've been involved with the same two for over 20 years, man.
Listen, you been wait. Now you gotta tell. First of all, you gotta tell this woman you done been with 20 years. You gotta tell it's too late. What y'all gonna get the piece of paper for? You tell her. Tell her. Yeah, the minute y'all get that piece of paper, is the minute it's a countdown for the end of y'all relationship. Y'all been together for 20 years. You tell her, and you got to stand on it. You got to say, I'm never getting a piece of paper, but I've loved you for 20 years, baby. 20 years.
Yeah. That's what I said that multiple times.
Yeah.
I told her I got a lot of repos on my record, man.
Yeah.
Me and contracts don't get along, man.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do that. There you go. That's it, brother. And you right.
Hey,
no sweat, brother. No sweat.
Hey, one thing I wanted to tell you, man, when you was on the panel with the Jewish, the white boys,
right?
And they was talking about shooting pool. I'm like, nah. I was like, man, you already got the 8 ball on the I was like, nah, man, y'all gonna shoot pool again? You mean?
Yeah.
Y'all already at the table.
Already at the table. Yeah. All right, brother. I appreciate it. All right. No problem. No. Next caller. You're the only caller on the line.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Cap?
What's going on?
So, first, I just want to give you flowers, man. I've been watching you for over 6-7 years.
Appreciate it.
But I'm from San Diego, by the way. So I was introduced to this whole community by Sakari. And I already know how you feel about them. I already know.
I'm gonna say something live, right? I actually prayed for a gorilla yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And I'm saying that live because that brother needs prayer. Like, he's not an Israelite, he's not in the truth, he shouldn't be a priest. But when I saw that video of him gloating over a white boy beating up a black man, right? And so I point out how I point out how disgusting that was. I said a prayer for the brother, and I'm saying that for everybody, man. Like, who knows what the Lord has in store for a brother that leaves the truth? But I did say a prayer for that brother because that brother is fucked up. That brother is that when I say that brother is fucked up, and in Matthew's the 12th chapter, it says when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he go looking through dry places. And then he comes back and he brings 7 more demons. And the latter state of him is worse than before because you get more demons on you. And everybody can see all those demons on him. And like Lakumya Allah pointed out, he admitted that he never denounced being a Hoover. So we're finding out all of these things. So this is the Lord's judgment. And so this is a warning for us. Like when I see this type of shit, it scares me, makes me make sure I never fall on the left hand of the Most High. But that brother's fucked up, man.
Oh yeah,
but you can continue.
Is a sad thing to see.
You still support Sakari?
I appreciate certain brothers from Sakari. I ain't gonna say I support it as a group.
Even if they support him being a Hoover gang member.
Okay, but I'm saying though, like, how do you know that they all support that? Everybody that's currently in Sakari right now.
Because they're in Sakari.
But didn't he step away? Didn't he step down?
He didn't step. He stepped down from. He's still in Sakari. He's just not an Israelite. He's just not one of us. Only thing he stepped away was he stepped away from us and said we're cosplaying as Israelites. So I'm gonna ask you again. The Sakari people that still support Gorilla, you're saying you still appreciate them?
I'm just now finding out within like the last 10 seconds that they still support them. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't even watch their videos no more. I mainly watch your videos.
So, you know, I understand, and I do appreciate that. And the reason why I'm asking you these questions is because, and here's why I'll say that. If we was talking about Christians, man, F them Christians. Like this damn pastor that took $1,000. A woman gave $1,200 because he asked for $2,000. He told her that wasn't enough. Got angry with her about it. And so if we if we was talking about that, we would be condemning all forms of Christianity. We'd be condemning the church. We'd be condemning the church members. We'd be condemning everybody. But when it comes to when it comes to an Israelite, though, for some reason, Israelites
that have a little mercy, just a little mercy.
Well, that mercy then got to be spread to Christians too, right?
Hold on real quick, Kat. 1 second. A key.
I'm
gonna call back in 3 minutes, Kat.
All right, no sweat.
Right.
So my good brother Tommy, we're gonna be doing a live stream tonight. But Tommy made this post. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this post that he made. And I thought it was a good conversation. Where is it at? Now I know I shared this shit. Where you at? I shared it on my. He didn't get taken down, did he? Come on, they ain't get taken down. Oh, let me go on Tommy's TikTok. Let me check and see if I see it there. Did Tommy take that shit down? I'm gonna beat Tommy ass, man. Boy, the shit that be on time. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Because I don't like the fact. I want y'all to listen to this. Let me bring the camera back over here so y'all can listen. I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on, caller.
I can't say I love black women because I don't like the fact that black women get a pass because they're black women. Why are all of y'all queens? Does that make any sense? If every black woman is a queen, then who are the subjects?
Do you believe I'm a queen?
So you're going to ignore my question? Then you can ask yours.
Tommy funny.
If I said it.
Tommy funny as hell. Tommy said, if every black woman's a queen, who are their subjects? That woman said, do you think I'm a queen? First thing Tommy said, so you just going to ignore my question. Tommy funny as fuck. Tommy is fucking hilarious to me, yo. I'm going to bring it back. Watch what Tommy don't be missing shit. Tommy don't be missing shit. Let me show you. Look, let me bring it back, so.
So you're going to ignore my question? Then you can ask yours.
Do you believe I'm a queen?
Then who are the subjects? Does that make any sense? If every black woman is a queen, then who are the subjects?
Do you believe I'm a queen?
So you're going to ignore my question? Then you can ask yours. If I said if every black woman is a queen, then who are the subjects? Who are the subjects?
That's true. But what I asked was, do you believe?
What do you mean that's true? No, I'm asking, who are the subjects?
I don't know.
Answer.
I don't know.
In order to be a queen, don't you need subjects?
That's true, yes.
In order to be a queen, don't you need a king?
That's true.
So if you don't have either, why the fuck am I calling you that?
That's true.
So when you ask, are you a queen? No, ma'am, you're not. Because you need a king and you need subjects.
You don't believe I'm a queen?
No!
Hey. Now, y'all tell me where the lie's at. Y'all tell me. Caller, hold on. Y'all tell me where the lie is at. If you're a queen, and it ain't just, and the crazy part about it, every black woman is a queen. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. What Tupac say? Even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. So, if even a black woman that's a crackhead is a queen, who are the subjects to the queen? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Nigga hung up. I guess that nigga ain't had no answer for who the queen. Who the subjects? Black women don't have no subjects. But what they are, but now, you know the diabolical part? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Charles from New York.
What's going on, Doc?
What's going on, Captain? First, I would like to say thanks for putting the class up last night, too, man. I got to come to your class, man.
Oh, Most High in Christ. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. And going back to what Tommy just said, I think this is a problem with a lot of black women calling themselves queen, calling their children princes when there's no father around and whatnot. I'm pretty.
Caller, hold on.
The delusional of how you could be a queen without a king. That's just like being a princess without, you know what I'm saying? Being
you know
with
why?
The royal family and whatnot. Yeah.
You know why? Because her man is her subject. Let that sizzle in your spirit. The black women that are queens, they hoes, they having sex with whoever they want, they money grubbing, money grabbing. If you ain't got the money, they don't want you. The man that is searching them out is their subject. The man that they're searching out is their subject and court gesture. There was a meme I saw where it said men don't know that they single until they ain't got no money.
Damn.
That's what. Listen, and when and listen, and what's messed up is, I understood the meme as soon as I read it. As soon as I read the meme, and the meme said a man don't realize he's single until he ain't got no money, I understood what that shit meant. Right away, the man has a woman, but only if he got money. If you ain't got no money, nigga, you single. So the money is what's keeping it together.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, I just wanted to add one more thing real quick. A brother, about 2 calls ago, a brother was talking about divorce and not getting government marriage and whatnot. That's the whole thing. Like, once you sign that document, now, you know what I'm saying? It's like being bent back over, no homo. Like, now they have so much control over you because the government got so much control over you. You say one wrong thing, I'm out. We got differences. I can't be with you. And then just like how you said about a broke man being single or whatnot, the moment your money slow down or anything like that and you married on paper, she out to go find the next one.
Right.
Yeah, and then it go back to what you said about before, about what you told the brother about if you laying with her, that's your wife. So why ain't you treating her like a wife? You know what I'm saying? You don't need no paper. Everybody know that.
That's right.
If you can have a kid, if you can have sex or you can have a kid by somebody, you already married. Because
but I give props to him. But I give props to him. He was with her 20 years.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. He stuck with it. He stayed beside her. You know what I'm saying? Because most women have a baby, and the moment something break out, then she out, then she going on there filing papers. Child support, just like getting a divorce, depending on the circumstances. But that's all I wanted to say, Cat. Man, I look forward to y'all tonight. What time you gonna be on tonight with Tommy?
It's either gonna be 8 or 9 o'clock tonight.
Okay, brother.
All right, no sweat. All right, this gonna be no sweat. So this caller coming on is gonna be the last call because I want to get these subjects out. You're the only person on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, Cat?
What's going on,
you
brother?
Hear me?
Yeah. Hey, somebody just told me that sun make me look like a god with the glow. When you got that glow. Big up to my brother, Captain Akkad. He said, before you ask that question, Akkad in his rhyme, he said, brother, before you ask the question, brother, 1 second. My brother Akkad in the rap song, BT MFU, he said something like, she said, who you think you is right now? I look like God, baby, standing on that block, baby, screaming up the top, baby. But go ahead, brother. What's your question or comment? I'm talking to you, brother, on the line. Where you at? Brother, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What was your question?
Got a question. Yeah, I got a question about, so do you subscribe to science? Like, you know how some people say science is steering away from, religion and God. Do you believe in science completely?
No.
Do you see the use of it, the good use of it?
Yeah, science is definitely beneficial. Science is good in a lot of ways. So I respect science. There's science in the Bible. There's science outside the Bible. It's not a religion. Science is not unlawful as long as it's not breaking no commandments. So yes, but science is fallible though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing. Science is just not absolute, but science is beneficial.
Yeah, understood. I just be having conversations with the bros, whether they're Christian or Israelite, whatever, spiritual. They just always tend to say the invention of science in certain areas will lead you away from God. Like they have answers.
Like what? What do they give an example? Do they give an example?
No, I can't think of nothing off the head right now.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like, do they give an example of what in science could make them turn away from the Most High?
I got you.
No, I'm asking you. They haven't. They just tell you that, but they haven't given you no proof text.
Well, it's a lot. You know, well, I can give you this, like a cell phone, like the phone you're using right now.
Right.
You know, if we're going for science, we wouldn't be able to.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What I'm asking you is, what example do the Christians use to say that science can turn you from the Most High? A cell phone's not going to turn you from the Most High.
I would have to call back on that because I don't want to bullshit you. You know what I mean? I want to get some real shit. I'll definitely call back on it.
Okay, yeah, because I would like to know. So like, let's say if they start saying Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Is the let there be light. That's the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory and let there be light is the same thing. So it only becomes problematic when the scientist is giving credit to happenstance and we give credit to the Most High. So the argument is not the starting point because we both have the same starting point. The argument is who you give credit to. They give credit to nothing. And so that would be the danger. I would never believe in a Big Bang Theory. Because then that would be it. But that's not science, because it is science.
It's hypothetical, yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, it is science to say there was a Big Bang. Let there be light. Same thing. That's science. Where it becomes problematic is who you give credit to it. Like I'm gonna give you a scripture to understand it, right?
Mm.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm laughing at something. I'm not laughing at you. I'm gonna give you this scripture. This is Wisdom of Solomon, the 13th, I think it's 13th chapter. Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon, the 13th chapter. It says, surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of God and could not out of the good things that are see known him that is. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire, wind, swift air, circle of the stars, violent water, or the lights of heaven to be gods which govern the world, with whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is, for the first author of beauty hath created them. That's the problem where the scientists become the issue, not the science. You see how I'm separating it?
Yes.
So the theory is not the problem. The creator is the problem. Their creator is this shit just happened. This shit just evolved. Our creator is the Most High. So then you would just really have to pick and choose. Are you going to believe the creator or are you going to believe the scientist?
Okay. Is there a way we can have like a maybe 10-minute private conversation after later on today sometime?
Anytime, well, not today, maybe tomorrow. Anytime tomorrow after 5. Today I'm probably going to be busy.
That's cool. I'll just text the number for sure.
No sweat. I appreciate it. Just text me first.
All right, no doubt.
No sweat. Hey, Officer Haward said he gonna outwork me. Listen, man. Listen, Officer Haward, that's the game I like. I make the posts every 6 months to remind y'all the game we playing. The name of the game is outwork me. Yeah, listen, the brother, y'all finally catching up. So but Haward, you should be, we all should be striving. Like, I love, if I could sidebar before I get into finish the Queen subject. I I love the concept. I love the work that all the brothers that I see doing. The TikTok work, the YouTube work, Instagram work. Listen, man, I see the brothers. I did that video on Matan's channel, Matan Evan channel, and I put my little shorts and my little Instagram things up. And yes, I broke the internet. 1.1. Right now, that video is at 1.1 million views. Let me show y'all. Let me talk about that again. Now, I'm going to show y'all the power of Yak. I'm going to show y'all the power. So, right now, let me go to popular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, we number 6 all time on his channel. And to show you the power of Captain Tazaryach being on there, he just dropped a video yesterday. So he just dropped a video yesterday with some guy named Bryce Crawford. They discuss gay marriage, Jesus Christ. It only has 147K in that one day. My video was at like 300-something thousand in one day. Should I hit the Yak dance again? I'm gonna just give y'all a little. But what I want to talk about though, y'all see my brothers take that. So I put my little Instagram clips, my little TikTok clips. I'm getting a couple, like 100,000 or something like that. I see this one brother, he get like 500,000 on his shit. He getting like 500,000 views on his shit. He getting 1 million views on his shit, man. I love it. I love to see them brothers take them videos, man, put them videos up and do their thing with it. That is the point. But on the subject of them queens, black women, you're not a queen. Black men, you're not a king for the very same reason a black woman is not a king. Kings mean you have subjects. Who has subjected themselves to you? King or queen? And let me tell you, you call that black woman a queen. You have stopped her from being anything, from doing anything else. You know what I mean? Y'all might not even know what I mean. So I'm gonna break down what I mean. You meet this woman, the first thing you say, hey, what's up, queen? And that bitch mine? She ain't gotta do nothing else. He done already called me a queen. It don't get no higher than that. So take me as I am. All my kids, all my problems, all my drama, pay my bills, because you call me a queen. You ain't gave nothing to work. And you know what's crazy? They not giving up that cookie to you. They ain't giving you that cookie until you earn it. Thank the Lord I'm a cookie master. Shout out to General Hyman. He gave me that name. He didn't give me the name. He gave me the name for oil, Cookie Master. On the subject of oils, I got a 25% off sale on all oils. Shout out to Bezos. That's right on time. Me and Bezos is here. She put the link up right away. We are right here. Cookie Master, available 25% off. She gonna make you work. Whether she make you give her money, whether she make you change your ways, whether she make you give up your life, she gonna change. And you know what she ain't gonna call you? Hey, king. She ain't doing that shit. Oh, I'm a queen. I ain't gotta do nothing. He accepted all my shit. You better stop calling these women queens. The minute you call her a queen, you her subject. I was watching Game of Thrones. I've been watching Game of Thrones, man, and Jon Snow, bitch ass. Jon Snow find out he's a king, and he's still saying, that's my queen. That's my queen. They say y'all can reign as king and queen together. That's my queen. Bitch ass nigga. For all that honor and all that fighting and skill set, Jon Snow was a bitch ass nigga over what? Box. That vagina which is oh so good can make you oh so weak. And you be out there giving titles to women that they didn't earn. And you sisters, don't give a title to a man that he did not earn. Don't give that cookie away that he did not earn. I believe in fair in this conversation. Nobody should be given a title that they did not earn. We have to stop that. And the reason why black people in general do that, like brothers in New York, they'll say, I call you son because you shine like one. The reason why we give the titles, now here's why we give each other these titles. Because we don't have nothing. The reason why we buy the expensive clothes, the reason why we live in the projects, but we buy an expensive car, we buy the jewelry, we buy all of that, because we don't have nothing and we want to feel like something, our something becomes materialistic. That's how we have a status, because everybody wants to have a status. Everybody wants to feel like something. You don't want to feel homeless. You don't want to feel like a bum. You don't want to feel nothing like that. You want to feel something. So because you want to feel something, it'll come across in your words. It'll come across in your finances, what you spend your money on. It'll come across in your look. It come across in all of that. When you got to be comfortable with them bum-ass sneakers on, or with the bum-ass jacket, or with the bum. And when I'm saying bum-ass, let me say it different. You got to be comfortable with the not expensive shoes, with the not expensive clothes. You got to be comfortable with that. You got to be comfortable enough that as a man, you are who you are. As a woman, you are who you are. And who you are as a man outweighs your materialistic status. Who you are as a woman outweighs your materialistic status or title. You shouldn't be so easy to want a title that you yourself know you don't live up to. Let me get I think I got one more subject, and then I'm going to roll. This is going to be the last subject. Let me see. So the last subject I got is, it says, they stopped the shooter in Atlanta. There was a white man that was going to shoot up Atlanta. They stopped him. First thing they said was he got mental problems. There ain't a white shooter that exists. Yeah, y'all notice, do y'all notice that there is not a white shooter?
The world's busiest airport is...
There is not a white shooter that does not have mental problems. There is not one. I'm going to play the clip. Hold on.
This airport as police raced against the clock to track down a man who they say threatened to shoot it up. The man is 49-year-old Billy Cagle. Atlanta police say he drove to the airport from Cartersville with his assault rifle and 27 bullets. Now, this is Cagle's truck parked on the curb right outside of the South Terminal. That's the terminal for Delta Airlines. Police believe Cagle may have been in the midst of a mental health crisis. They stopped his plan thanks to the help of his family. Monday.
He can't just be an unaliving bastard. He just can't be somebody that just wanted to kill some people. He got mental issues. There's not a white shooter that is not mental. And the mental is Psalms 58, when it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. And Ezekiel, man, if this one is better. Ezekiel 25. Ezekiel 25 and... Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's Ezekiel. Is it 25? No, it's 35. Make sure I got it right. Yes. This is Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, as thy live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood. The white man loves blood. He loves violence. You know why white people like hip hop? Because it's violent. Let that sizzle in your spirit. They talk about hip hop all they want, and how hip hop influences the black culture negatively. I disagree with that. I'm not saying it doesn't have a negative impact on the black community, but it's not the leading cause. White people love hip hop because it's violent. The violent, the better. Go look at NBA YoungBoy's crowd. Yes, there's a lot of black people there. It's more white people there. When y'all see them they be showing on TikTok. But on TikTok, when I scroll TikTok, they'll show like the greatest intros. And every time they show the greatest intros, they'll be showing black artists performing and black rappers performing. And it's always a sea. It's a sea of white people. Sprinkled with a couple of niggas. Hey, the other subject I had was going to go into the gay man, but I'm going to go over that. I'm going to talk about that tonight with Tommy. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Let me see if this is live. So now, you was calling for my live stream or private call? Because I was about to end it unless you want to talk live.
Yeah, I got Unc on the line. Unc, he's live. You want to say it live? Say it live.
Hey man, why you? I don't know why you don't want to say cool, man. I know you ain't scared, Tazaryach. Scared? Get your wit up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. Hold on. Let me introduce y'all. Let me just introduce y'all because I'm live. The crazy black men on my line right now is Sadnetta and Unc from Amon. Well, you're not in Amon Ra Squad no more, right?
Pseudo killers. Nah, we the pseudo killers. I'm still there, but we just
y'all rebranded. Y'all rebranded. Okay.
We're straight science though. It's straight science.
Straight science. So now they calling to tell me that I have to debate. There's some African nigga named Sekou. Now, from what I hear, Unc, I hear he beat the shit out of you.
Oh, you think you did?
No, I'll tell you what. No, wait. I said I hear. I didn't see shit.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Telling you what I was told. But now for me, now I'm I feel a little disrespected, Unc, because you said I got to get my weight. Because you said I got to get my weight up. I've been doing this for a long time, Unc.
Yeah, you have, but you ain't never debated me. You stay on the fringes of that science there, bro.
I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do you. When this live stream over, I'm gonna upload the street video when you came in front of the camp.
Yeah, upload that. I appreciate that. That'd be good. I was looking for that.
I'm gonna upload when Unc came on the street. Unc said I ain't going in front of there no more. That's what Unc said after that was over.
That was fun. Yeah,
but I told Sadnetta I would have a conversation with Sekou to see if we could have a debate. Because the only thing with Sekou, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I know Sadnetta say, well, he's African, you could talk about that, but I would rather get a feel out for the person because I've never done anything with him. I don't even watch him. So we were supposed to do it tomorrow, but I think he's only available Sundays and Mondays. So I'm gonna try to be
because he'll be working. He's
right.
You know, he's from Canada.
I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna try to see if Sunday might be doable. So I agreed to have an hour conversation with him, get a feel out, and then from there we'll see if we can have a conversation.
Okay. Man, just have the debate, Captain. If you can get past some, Captain. Then later I'll go ahead and beat you up. Beat your crown of David off your head. Yeah, you know y'all for African Americans playing Hebrews. Yeah, that's next.
Yeah, no sweat. Hey, listen, we'll see. Just listen. All I'm gonna say, Uncle, just be careful what you ask for. You know, like because remember we talking and laughing now, but when the lights come on,
Yo, even though me and you on the phone, I'm gonna say fall back, brother. I don't think you ready for the cap, man. Yeah, I'm not ready for the cap. He running around like he's from Palestine and Israel. You know, African American. I'm not ready. I'm not gonna study for that one either. Boy, I tell you, man,
you crazy as hell, Unc. You crazy as hell. Hey, but I
know everybody in this community, and Nah, you're not. See, it don't matter who's right or wrong. It's about the performance.
Hey, Unc, you know I steal your
in
shit.
this
Hey, Unc, you know I stole your shit. I stole that phrase you said was the realest phrase. One of the realest phrases. One of the realest phrases in the conscious community. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
That's how y'all. That's how y'all.
Don't even say that no more.
Listen, that's how y'all. That's how y'all
beat. Say it, man. I say it all the time when I open my show up. You tripping?
That's how y'all beat the. That's how y'all beat the Israelites that day.
Oh yeah.
Because them niggas, they was disorganized. They had some damn Puerto Rican. They had some Puerto Rican cop do they open and ain't nobody know what the fuck he was talking about. And hey, no, I didn't even know that was
the. We need to run something like that back again. We need to run that back.
Yeah, maybe we run something. Yeah, maybe we should run something like that, man.
We should run something like that back, yo.
Yeah, but definitely, so I'll link up with him Sunday. You let me know the time, and then we'll go from there.
Yo, just do the debate, man.
Don't
try to come. Oh man, he ain't ready. Don't do that other shit that you did with that stupid nigga. But just do the debate. We all know he's ready.
I don't know nothing, and my audience don't know nothing. So we're gonna have an hour conversation, and then we're gonna see where we go from there.
Believe me, Sekou got a lot of topics that he wanna. He wants you, bro.
We're gonna find out.
He got a lot of topics, man.
We'll find out Sunday.
All right,
man. Y'all be easy.
Hey, yo, you on the Tazaryach show?
Yeah.
You want to say something right quick? You want to ask him something? I guess he don't.
Yeah. All right, no sweat, sir.
Yeah, he ain't ready for you though. I'm getting ready for you, man.
Nah, not at all. Ain't nobody ready for me. They just think they are.
All right.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. It's either 8 or 9 o'clock. When I know what time, I'll create the link. I appreciate, like I said, we just crossed 40,000 subscribers. Let me look on my channel. Right now, I'm at 40,022 subscribers. I appreciate the support. So before I go, I say Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakathum, Yahweh Shemala Thum Bashem Yahushua. What I said to my audience is the Lord in the name of Christ bless you. The Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Till next time, Shalom Israel.